Welcome everybody to another episode of the Mixed Bag Podcast. And today we're joined by special guest Matt. Introduce yourself, Matt.
Hey. sorry, I meant
Hey.
Very soft, somber.
And I'm your co-host, Tiemo. Courtney. Follow me on...
Handles.
handles?
Social handles, man.
Yeah, follow me on my social handles. I was trying to think of something that rhymed with my name, but...
Tiemo the... something that rhymes with Insta.
Finsta. That used to be a thing.
T-Minsta. TJ.
TJ Minsta.
Hey, that could be your stage name.
Well, I already got T-Money.
Yeah.
Tiemo the high-key Courtney. Find his IG fourthly.
Are we about to make this a freestyle? I have no skills.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, yeah.
We did just listen to some freestyles before this, so we might have to do some. All right, you ready, Matt?
I have...
No, come on.
Is that not allowed?
No, that's a little too far.
This is a little.
That's too far. The word...
Wow,
it's too far.
It's not the word.
It's your phrasing of it. No worries.
Yo, you ready for me to go crazy?
We usually let our guests kind of like do what they want, but
get a little weird and wild.
We do have. This is a family channel.
A little weird, wild, and wacky with it.
A little weird,
That's
wild.
our spin-off, Matt.
Yeah.
But this is the main.
Nah, there's only one episode we ever put out.
That had anything bad at all?
No, not anything bad, but like that, I was.
It's a little excessive, like.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sesame Street Podcast. Today, the number 4 and the letter Q.
I would say the one of, because I think she's great, but that one was a bit extreme for us. It was.
It was perfect.
Y'all want to talk about Israel and Palestine?
No. Anyway,
I'm about to get crazy.
So for those of you that don't know, Matt here is my best friend. Been my best friend for over 18 years now. We met in preschool.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't think he's my friend, but he keeps saying that.
Anyway, so when we first started this podcast, we actually recorded like what
3 episodes with me.
3?
3.
No. I thought it was only one.
There was a third one. We only recorded about 10 minutes, and then we stopped because you guys weren't feeling it.
Really?
And there were 2 that were full. Like 30, 40 minutes.
I'm sorry, Matt, but you don't have that prestige. What do you invite you to?
No, well, you got to be 3.
So we recorded 6 to 8 podcasts before we released the first one.
Yeah.
And none of them were released because I think Gio messed them up or something on his computer.
I only recorded 1 at that point.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Matt was on the podcast and it was never released because Gio lost that handful of first podcasts before we did that.
That guy.
I gotta remember, we didn't lose.
You know, he didn't show up because he didn't show up because he knew I'd be here. He knew I would call him out.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Gio's not here today because he actually didn't tell us why he couldn't make it.
No, and we planned this day so he could.
It may or may not have anything to do with him being imprisoned for,
marriage,
human tracficking,
or
drug cartel related activities.
I'm definitely putting a warning.
Good. That'll get people more interested.
Yeah, maybe.
Put some pep in your step with the editing.
Dude, do you know the Barbra Streisand effect?
The what?
No,
Barbra Streisand effect. There was an image of Barbra Streisand's house that was put up on the internet in the early 2000s.
Get some background. Who is this Barbara?
She's a famous woman. I guess actress and singer. I think that's what she is.
From when?
She was big in like the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
South Park made fun of her, so she was still big around then, I guess. But anyway, Barbra Streisand effect was somebody put a picture of her house up on the internet in the early 2000s. She didn't like that, and she made a big stink about, we need to make new internet laws, and she got the news involved. And because she did that, a page that had 20 views ended up blowing up and millions of people saw her house.
Oh, no.
So you know what? Put a big old not safe for work at the beginning of this and 3 times as many people will watch it.
Yeah, I mean, she pretty much doxed herself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, somebody else doxed her and no one noticed. She went, guys, can you believe this? Come on, lady.
The struggles of being famous.
Speaking of Geo,
I'm familiar with those.
the last episode of our podcast is already out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but it's not on YouTube because he still hasn't done it.
Is it not on Google Music?
Is this a Geo attack episode?
You know. Every time I always say every time someone misses an episode, it's the attack them episode.
Good.
I'm the neutral voice.
You know what I don't like about Gio?
What?
He smells too good.
It's a great.
That man does smell
insult.
way too good.
That's a good insult,
Dude, I've hugged him like 4 times. Never again. I go in there and I'm like, yeah, it's just a hug. And then I leave and I'm like,
I feel soft.
I want another hug. I'm not trying to get addicted to how you smell, bro. Wear half of that. Please.
Yeah,
Lather yourself with grease like real men.
like me.
No. A real man lays down on his couch with the heat in his house up as high as possible, under a blanket, watching crappy TV and eating as much greasy food as possible. And then after like 6 hours, you get up, you put on the same clothes you wore for 2 weeks. That's how you do it.
As high as possible? Whoa, how's your bill, buddy? You keep it as low as possible.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And you double add your layers of blankets.
Well, that's the thing. You do it when you still live with your parents, because you're already sweaty and gross if you live with your parents.
So you don't do it anymore then?
No.
Those days are they're behind you.
I miss being a stank fiend.
So
I was the best that did it.
So big news, you're now a father.
Yeah.
For how long? How long has it been?
For how long? Maybe he'll make it to 6. How long has it been? He's 4 months old now.
Yeah, born on 9/11.
Yeah, he was born on 9/11 and he might need to wear a helmet. So I'm going to take a ton of pictures, and if he ever talks back to me, I'm going to remind him of his birthday, tell him that was the worst 9/11 America ever saw, and show him pictures of the helmet and say, you want your friends to see these? If my mom thought she was bad, I'm going to outshine her so hard. Anyway,
no, Matt's just
he's
messing.
cool.
He's going to be a great father.
His head's weirdly shaped, but he's all right.
Hey, aren't all babies like have weird squishy heads?
Not at his age and not like his.
Oh,
I mean
He's got a problem.
Was he dropped?
No, I'm planning on doing that at about 2 years when it's safer.
Oh gosh.
planning on it. Happy second birthday.
I mean that's how you get
right on his
strong
birthday.
bones.
Yeah, just throw your baby on the ground.
He'll be rock solid when he's fine.
Dude, I've been making him take multivitamin pills, the hard ones.
Yeah, no, seriously though, what's it like being a father? Like,
I could probably tell you in about 20 years, around the time he moves out, and I actually have time to process it.
true. I guess you don't really have much time
dude,
to do so.
In the hospital, I didn't want to look at the stuff that happened while it was happening, and the nurses found that weird. I'm like, really? Do most guys come in here and go, hey, let me see this body horror real quick? Like, I don't need to see the exact moment he exits and comes into the world. I see him like 30 seconds later. Calm down. And they were like, oh, he's sitting down and he seems kind of nervous. Yeah? Really? And they're like, oh, you better go grab him some orange juice. He might have low blood sugar. He could pass out. I'm like, what?
Did he come out an old man?
Wait.
He needed orange juice though?
No, you're
What?
talking about Matt, right?
No,
They
were saying that
Oh, they were talking to you. I was so confused with the perspective. Like, whoa.
Yeah, no, my baby was having a panic attack.
We need to get this baby some orange juice stat.
He needs vitamins.
He's about to pass out. That's like some Family Guy type. Like the doctor, like, oh, the baby's about to pass out. Get him some orange juice.
Lois, our baby
The baby's about to pass out.
That was actually pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I got a 50-50 on the opinion,
Yeah.
on
the voting, yeah.
So yeah.
Brian, do Peter Griffin. Say, what the heck, Lois?
I'll do you one better. When I went to Boston, I found somebody.
Do you one better.
Found somebody that sounded like Peter Griffin. I mean, a lot of them, funny enough, do have that accent.
Yeah, it's sad.
Did he look like him too?
Dude, they should be put
No.
down. It's not cool. You cannot have a good quality of life and sound like Peter Griffin.
Wait,
You
Brian,
go to the McDonald's.
can you do a Brian Griffin impression?
I can.
No, I want to hear Brian do it.
It's kind of hard. No.
All right, that was great, actually.
Lois? Yeah, I don't know.
It's pretty. No, honestly, it pretty much just is
That's
your
better
average
than-
deep
yeah.
voice.
Yeah. super monotone.
Peter.
You could do
Peter. 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 Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Wait, you could do Stewie, right?
I guess, but I don't like to.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
It's too not schizophrenic, but it's too neuro. I don't know.
It's got like a weird fast British accent.
Well, in the early seasons, it was nasally
Yeah.
and faster, and it was a little more accented. Now it's more nuanced, but that happens with every character in an animated show.
Yeah. You got to change it a little bit. Yeah, all the characters on that show are so different.
Voice wise, yeah.
Especially Meg. You know what happened to the original?
Doesn't she have a different voice actor now?
Yeah, Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Who started in like season 2, I think, or even season 1. The original girl didn't last for very long because she thought the show was crap.
Look
Missed out on a few million there.
Yeah, I wonder how much they get paid on that show.
I believe for a show like Family Guy, all the voice actors probably get paid anywhere from $150,000 to $250,000 an episode.
Wow. I mean, makes sense.
I mean, by the end of The Big Bang Theory, all the 7 main cast members were paid $1 million per episode. That's
is a big
$7 million
True, but
per episode.
But Family Guy and cartoons typically have like way more episodes per season.
Not really.
How many does Big Bang Theory have?
Big Bang Theory is usually 20 to 24. Same with Family Guy.
I thought Family Guy was more.
That's like the standard American.
Plus, don't they do like 2 seasons in a year?
No. That's
Family Guy?
No, that's more like
Maybe in the
America's
past.
Got Talent or Next Top Model. Those usually
Survivor.
Those usually do 2 or 3 a year because they're really easy to film.
Yeah, I remember in like 2015 they had 30 seasons, but the show started in 2020.
What? 2015, someone had 30 seasons.
Survivor had like 30 seasons,
But they started in 2020.
No, I mean 20.
I was so confused. I was
that's
like,
so
is
impressive.
I was like, is this a joke I don't get?
I'm at 2000.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense for Survivor.
Still impressive, but yeah.
I think America's Next Top Model had like 30 seasons, but it was over the course of like 15 years.
Yeah, so like
not bad.
2 a year.
What about the Bachelor? How many is that?
I think that's 1 a year, but I think they have to do a lot more for that show than like Next Top Model or America's Got
yeah.
Talent.
They also got The Bachelorette and
Yeah.
probably a different spin-off.
I've never seen any of those.
I saw 1 season of The Bachelor.
I've seen episodes, but I haven't watched a whole season of any of them.
I watched a full season of the 2020 season of The Bachelor with my
Yeah, that
ex.
one was really popular.
I started
Yeah,
getting
Pete the
into
Pilot.
Naked and Afraid
Yeah.
because I was reached out to do it.
You were reaching what?
You were reached out to do Naked and Afraid?
I'm doing it next season, boy.
No way.
No, I didn't respond back.
You should do it, Brian.
I feel like I should.
Why not?
Yeah,
I'm
I've
down
only
for it.
seen like 18 people get malaria on that. That's like a cool experience.
But if anyone can do it successfully, it's
when
Brian.
you do Naked and Afraid, they let you bring 1 item, right?
Yeah,
Or
I
is it
think
2 items?
Some seasons it's 1 or 2.
Okay, I think it's 2 items usually.
Yeah.
If you could bring 2 items, what would you bring?
Probably Flint.
That's one of the first ones I thought of, but I'm thinking there's got to be something better.
Or you
Right?
do like a magnesium stick for you.
Yeah.
That's probably better. It'll last you longer.
Ferro rod, is that what it's called? I think
Sure.
that you get like in some.
Pretty much
survival
just
knives.
do the research on whatever the best long-lasting fire starter
Ooh,
is.
mosquito netting. If
Well,
they don't already give it to
depends because do they tell you where you're going? Because if you're going to the Arctic, they don't say anything to the Arctic. But
Yeah,
like,
I've
I've never
naked
seen
in
one
the
there.
Arctic.
I've never seen one.
how about like
Usually just like
that's
some
tropical.
woods.
It's usually tropical or the woods, but like haven't they had like some Canadian wilderness, like snowy areas?
Sure, just because
There's no way they send naked people in like in a freezing cold climate.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's usually tropical and woody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you got to be naked for.
I'd say
reason.
like usually like a machete or knife is always like one they bring.
A hatchet is probably really good too.
Something you can cut with.
Yeah,
I
because
mean, what's better, a hatchet or machete?
well, a hatchet, I feel like you'd have an easier time cutting wood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because a machete doesn't have as much force behind it. Like you can chop with.
What
a
about
hatchet.
what about a machete with the rigid saw blades at the bottom of it?
I mean,
I don't think they're allowing that.
You don't think so? I've seen them bring machetes and knives before.
You know what I would bring?
What?
I would bring a journal and a Sharpie. I want to remember my time.
You know what I'd bring?
While you die.
6-pack of beer and a bag of Cheetos.
Dude, honestly, why hasn't anybody brought excuse me, like a shotgun and like 500 rounds. Just go up to the water and like wait for a school of fish to swim by.
That would be hilarious, but that they probably don't allow.
I got about half a fish.
They probably don't allow guns.
Oh, that's sad.
But
well, yeah, with how the partners usually end up hating each other.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the show. I don't even care about the survival. I just love when somebody's like, that guy hasn't done anything for 3 days.
That's seriously how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And they're like, I've eaten half a pound of meat since last week, and this guy ate 2 pounds, and he says it's fair because he found it.
No, I had a beetle.
Should we take an intermission?
Why? Still recording.
We don't do intermissions. We go all the way in unless you want to.
Read that though.
Apparently, this program.
No, it's worked before. The one time it did lose it all when I tried to save everything, but it usually does work recording a full 45-minute podcast.
I would be okay just stopping it for 5 seconds, just because it's just saying it's sections.
Yeah. Plus, once when you stop, it doesn't.
We'll be right back. Please don't leave. Okay. Did you guys tune out, or are you still here?
What are you talking about?
Oh.
They wouldn't know.
Yeah. It didn't stop ever.
Yeah.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's zoomed out. I thought it pulled ahead. I was confused. I was like, that's not moving.
I love pulling ahead.
In a race.
Yeah.
I don't get. Anyway.
Well, anyway, Matt, you used to be, and you still are, kind of a video creator. How long has it been, though?
Well,
for what? Like since
making videos.
When did you first gain your passion of filmmaking?
Well, no. I said that's not what I said. I said, what was your last
video I worked on?
There, did. Has it been that long?
Well, I guess the last one we worked on together was...
Together would have been December 2021.
Well, in the competition?
Well, technically, you did help me film the Snack Rap music video.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
I did direct.
Filmed it.
I did direct, choreograph. I did all of the editing.
No, you didn't.
I had to pull together producers so we could have a budget.
Yeah. I hired Matt because he got it all.
But yeah,
it was free.
I mean, right now, I have a kid.
Yeah.
Which is a better way of saying I don't have a life. But that's cool, because you know what? By the time that dude is in middle school, I'm going to be in my early 30s. That's not that bad. Early 30s, you still have over half your life to live.
You're on the come up if you're a guy.
Yeah.
You know, by the time a kid's like 10 years old, 10, 12 years old, I'd be like, I don't care.
They can work for themselves.
I'd be like, I don't care if there's a babysitter. You can make food for yourself. You're old enough. Whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what my parents did. I was left home alone at like 9.
I mean, so was I.
Yeah.
But
and like if they
a lot of people would think that's wrong, but
dude,
I guess it's
if there's locks on the doors,
we were built different.
If there's locks on the doors, you're not in a bad neighborhood, and there's food that they can give themselves or make for themselves, then I don't care. Like they'll be fine. The only
it's fair as long as it's a safe environment.
Yeah, the only worry is like, what if they choke and no one's there, or what if they fall down the stairs? Well, laughs on them. I'd probably still live in an apartment, just like all of us probably will for the rest of our lives because of the way the economy's going.
Nah. I'm gonna.
It's also the zoning.
I mean, hey, the first place I moved out of was a house.
A house that you bought?
No, but I'd rather rent a house than an apartment.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather rent an apartment because I still get heat from the floor below me, so I don't have to pay as much. Also, I don't have a dog, so I don't really give a crap about having a yard.
No?
Nah. I don't want.
I mean, I guess it is a lot to take care of. But yeah, so me and Matt, so I guess a little time to plug our channel. Me and Matt have a YouTube channel together called youtube.com/thedudes. Well, it's called The Dudes, but youtube.com/thedudes if you want to find us.
Yeah, which I geniusly took advantage of. Because there were like 30 other things called The Dudes, and none of them took the name yet. So I contacted YouTube and had them give us /The Dudes.
Yeah, and we are, to this day, the most subscribed channel called just The Dudes.
You guys stuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we used to be called Two Doc, or Two Dudes in a Camera, short for Two Doc.
Yeah, the jokes in high school were very fun.
That's why we changed it, because we were like, if we ever blow up, we don't want that to be a regular thing.
Sure.
So we changed it to The Dudes, which is much more...
I heard a lot of two dudes in a cup. A lot of fun, colorful...
It's like a fun parody.
I made the name when I was 12. Okay, so it's not... Sorry.
I mean, honestly, we've had plenty of cussing on this channel before. I don't think it's that bad.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try not.
Like I said, episode that one was insane.
It was freaking rude, and I didn't freaking like it. Those jerkheads.
Yeah, and
Bryant. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. So we still want to make videos. We just haven't, because we've made over 200 videos on the channel, and just recently we hit our 9-year anniversary of the channel, which is pretty insane. But or was it 8 years? December 26, 2014 is when we uploaded our first video and made the channel. So yeah, just 8-year anniversary of the channel. It's just, we haven't been uploading that much because mostly, like, for the past few years I've been in school and had a job. Matt's had jobs, and now he has a kid, which makes it. Yeah, Matt's had kids, or has a kid, which has made things a lot harder. Even just through your girlfriend's pregnancy, that definitely.
9 months of that.
Because also during that process, both you guys moved out of your places and got a place together. It's just, it's been really hard, and we've been busy, and usually when we hang out with each other is
out of, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Out of 7 months having to pay rent, I think there have been 2 months where I knew I had enough.
Dang.
This is a fun world.
Yeah, that's where we live right now.
Adulting.
The world.
Stuff.
We out here.
Being an adult.
We
sucks.
in this.
Yeah, but no, it's crazy. Looking back at our old videos, we were 14, or we were 15 when we started, and we're so young, and the videos are so crappy. But we still have big ideas that we'd love to do, and we plan on doing. It's just time management is really the biggest issue. It's really hard. But I have faith that we'll figure it out one day. And
2023 is the year.
Well, it's funny because our last video,
2022 was the year.
Yeah, I would say I'm sad because December 26th was the 8-year anniversary, and that was the only year where we didn't upload an anniversary video for our channel.
We did on the 7th year.
Yep, we did every year except for last year.
Dag, yo.
Yeah, and we even said we were gonna do one, and we just forgot because it's busy. But
it's kind of harder to make videos when you're an adult versus when you're just in high school.
Yeah, plus
you have nothing to do.
Everything. Pretty much in high school, you would come over every single weekend, and other friends.
Usually twice a week we'd see each other.
Yeah, that kind of leads me into my next question. What's your usual thought process, Matt, when you want to do a video? Well, I guess between the two of you, but you first, Matt.
It's been different over the years. Specifically, starting out, it was kind of just have one joke idea, and then just start filming and freestyling around that.
Go with the flow.
And just doing a bunch of takes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of the stuff we did was just kind of as we went on.
Just throw it on the wall.
We'd come up with a basic idea, and then the rest would mostly be improvised.
As high schoolers, yeah, of course.
Well, I think
unless we made a short film, then we put a little more
about
thought into
3
it.
years in, even short video stuff that wasn't short films. They were just for fun. Those were more thought out.
But they usually never turned out the way we thought them out.
I think the last few years, part of not doing as many is because I'll usually think of something, just something simple that I want to do, and then I'll try to actually write it out all the way, and then I'll look it over, change some stuff, and it gets too complicated, and by the time I'm actually wanting to do it or I'm ready to do it, then I'm just this is going to take too much, so whatever.
Matt has written so many scripts, and he's rewritten probably all those scripts multiple times.
Yeah, there was the horror movie that I started writing. The horror movie I started writing when we were freshmen, that I stopped thinking about after a year because we ended up trying to do similar things to it, which were also just filming whatever.
Sure. Pretty much.
But a few years after that, I don't know, when I was a senior, I started actually thinking about it again, and I had written it maybe 2 or 3 times.
Sure.
But in 2018 and 2019, I probably rewrote it 20 times.
Wow.
20 something
so
times.
A little bit out of focus for you guys, but still just doing stuff here and there. I mean, even I helped you guys with one, I think, in 2020 or 2019.
You've helped with a few things, yeah.
Yeah, a few things. I don't think most of them made it to the light.
I don't think any of them did.
No. I mean, there was the national park.
Yeah, but that never got uploaded though.
It didn't?
You got too many lost videos.
Yeah, we went to Starve Rock with Bryant in late 2019. I remember you were recording.
We both did our own edited versions and neither of them got uploaded?
I don't think so.
No, it got uploaded.
No, I don't think so, for real.
I feel like some footage of Starve Rock made it on one of the videos.
I don't know.
Unless I took some of that footage and put it in a different video. He helped us when we recorded episode 2 of Heartless, Illinois.
Oh my god.
But that never got finished even.
Dude, that would have been hilarious too. Do you remember the time period that was made in?
I think it was late 2019.
It was June 2020.
Oh, wow.
So COVID was at a peak. There was the Black Lives Matter protests that were also at a peak. Mm-hmm. There was a bunch of stuff about Twitter cancellations. And so I was like, it would be great if the second episode, Bryant is the dude that's supposed to help us. The first episode, we killed some people on accident.
Yeah.
And we're trying to find a guy to help us cover it up. Bryant would be the guy that helped us cover it up. We don't know him that well. He ends up being kind of nuts. And he's like, here's how much you owe me. And we're like, we don't have that kind of money. And so he's like, you can help me by doing some favors. Help me out with some of my other jobs. And obviously he's a criminal, like a serious criminal. So we're like, oh, we don't really want to do that. So we're trying to avoid him for a while. And at one point, he ends up chasing me through a neighborhood.
With the car scene, I remember.
Yeah. There's a part where he chases me through a neighborhood and it ends up with us fighting, like having a fist fight. And I accidentally hurt him really bad.
Don't you push him into an electric fence?
An electric fence. And it turns out somebody filmed it and they posted online because this was during Black Lives Matter protests. Mm-hmm. And it was about this guy, just brutalized a black man, and I get canceled on Twitter, and so I go into hiding. It would have been a fun episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't saying anything bad about anybody. It was just like,
it's a bit edgy, but
there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening. How can we make that funny?
Yeah. So Heartless, Illinois is a series that we wanted to create. We released the first episode at our first attempt on the series.
I'd be happy to redo it.
We have plans. You have a whole season.
I wrote a few different versions of a new season.
You have a whole year, just resurrect it sometime.
And we'd reboot it. We wouldn't start episode 2. We would just completely start the series over because we only have one episode out. And while I think it's entertaining and funny, it's definitely not what we were shooting for.
I've also had to rewrite it because of YouTube guidelines changing. Which is crazy.
Makes sense.
It used to be you can't cuss.
Freedom of speech, kinda. And now it's they're revoking everything.
It used to be you can't say harder swear words in the first 30 seconds.
Dude, I saw The Green Mile yesterday. And you know that scene where they want that guy gets electrocuted?
Yeah, Eyes Afraid of the Dark.
Completely cut that out on FX. It's completely cut out.
Wow.
So all you see is this.
That's the climax of the movie.
You see the reaction of the warden. She's like, dude, what's going on?
That's lame.
If I didn't know that movie, what's going on?
Man, censorship has gotten way too out of control. And
yeah, you know what? Free speech, man.
Yeah, what? America was built on free speech.
It's out of hand. I verbally. What is this? China?
A monk.
What's funny is in China they actually do persecute monks. So, if anybody didn't catch that joke,
okay, I was a little.
We do have some viewership in Asia. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You're.
But yeah, so each episode we were going to release was going to be it was going to have to do with
current events.
The first one came out around Christmas time. So the guy that we accidentally killed was a mall Santa.
A mall Santa.
And
terrible.
And then we ended up killing his daughter.
His daughter who was looking for him, and then we kill Gavin, your brother.
My brother.
Because
we run him over.
We meet him in the park, and we're like, "You the guy?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm the guy." And we show him the body, and he goes, "I'm not the guy." And he runs away. And then we end up running him over.
Yeah, so that episode is on YouTube if y'all want to.
Triple homicide.
It's like a Law and Order skit right here.
Yeah.
Actually.
I like that two of the 3 people we kill, we run over. Yeah, you run over the first one, I run over the second one.
Yeah, and
it's clean, efficient.
The daughter dies last, and it's me beating her to death with my bare hands.
Oh my goodness.
And the last line
he says... It was funny, though. It came out funny.
He ends it with... My wrist hurt.
No. This is hurting my wrist.
Oh, my bad. So I think as we got older, we wanted to make our skits and our short films or series that we do more professional.
Yeah,
because in high school it was mostly just for fun.
Something that you don't have to be friends with us to enjoy.
Yeah, because like a lot of the stuff we did make was kind of like, if you're our friends, you'll get this, and it'll be a lot funnier to you. You might still find it funny. I mean, I've definitely watched our old videos back and found them funny enough to think that other people might.
First year, I don't think there's anything from the first year that would actually get a laugh out of me.
Pretty much the 2-doc area.
Second year, there's maybe 2 or 3 videos that I love.
It's more like a time capsule.
Yeah.
For you guys.
Yeah, honestly, it is. Like, it definitely watching the old videos is like going through memory lane.
That's kind of how I feel about this podcast, because we don't really have a centralized theme. I'm trying to make more of a unified theme this season, but
what's the theme?
I think like I'm getting at, it's more of a time capsule for us too, here in Central Illinois, and all the memories we share with our buddies or guests and whatnot. I think that's kind of the theme here. Just conversation with
I like that.
regular folks. We're regular folks.
Yeah, I mean, like, all of our guests are just our friends. I mean, like, besides Casper, none of them are like really famous, and even then, Casper's more like I would call him a local celebrity.
You got the ghost?
Yeah,
the friendly ghost.
The friendly ghost.
Oh my god.
Casper, he's been on shows like
he's
Chicago Fire, Chicago PD.
I have no idea. I have no idea who the hell Casper is. Is that? Is that?
He's a small time artist. He's a small time artist.
Yeah. I like him. I respect him.
He's a really good guy. He was in some of the short films with Gio.
Yeah.
He was.
Did I meet him? Did I ever meet him?
Have you met him?
Was he on that video that was filmed in the house? Because I think I met him there.
Filmed in the house? Which one?
There was one music video that Gio was doing for a friend.
No, not that guy.
He wasn't there?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's somebody else.
He is a rapper too, though. He does make music.
The name lost me. What was that film we did? The big film? Remembrance? I'm really sorry, Gio. I forgot.
Oh, you're talking about wait.
We did in September.
Let me think. I know the name. Man,
this is really disappointing me. How did you forget, Tiemo? What is it?
I didn't say I forgot.
It was Deliverance, 1972.
No, Remembrance. No, that's something else with Casper.
Yeah.
Casper did. No, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Church guys and gang. That's what it's called.
Let's go with that. That's
Deliverance and Remembrance.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I was saying Deliverance, the 1970s horror film.
Recompense.
No, that's the wrong one.
No, that's the one I'm talking about.
No.
Me, Tiemo, and
if it's
Casper.
the one where the dude gets his hand like messed up, then no, that ain't it.
That's Recompense.
It's not.
Oh no, that's another film he did.
Yeah.
That's the Fire. I don't know. That's funny. We didn't remember it.
Slum Up Solution.
Hey, there you go. Which is kind of a weird title.
A lot of Gio's titles are like that.
That means the totality of the slum.
I was shocked that your guesses were so far off, but I guess you were just remembering older titles.
Well, it sounds like all the titles are Ents, Oceans.
Yeah, Slum Absolution.
Like
that was the first short film that I was in on one of Gio's films with his production company, GG Films.
Did he do that show yet? Did my thing get cut? I figured it would get cut.
Oh no, it didn't. It hasn't been released yet. It's released later this year.
Dude, it's gonna be so bad. My part.
No.
Gio's series, Gio, Rich, and Anthony.
Independent series. Check it out.
Independent series. It's coming out later this year.
Does it have a title?
It's called Independent Series.
It's called Independent Series.
Or I think it's
series. Just
because it's a show about a guy trying to
two guys trying to make an independent series. No, I mean our parts are gonna be left in. I mean your part was also my part, or one of my parts.
And I remember we all shared that.
Yeah, the three of us made that scene.
It was weird. It was weird. Gio filming my butt for like 10 minutes.
Show me your butt.
Y'all see?
That's a spoiler.
Y'all see?
They'll be mooning.
Dude, I was in the bathroom. He's like, I gotta get this shot. No. I'm sitting on a bench. He had to get this shot of me sitting on.
Oh, true. You had to sit on. We don't want to spoil anything. But
I had to sit on something, and he had to take the shot like 70 times because it was really weird how I had to do it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way what I sat on. I'm not supposed to notice I sat on it, but it was like a hard object.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I noticed this, but I had like a jacket over it. It's okay. Not important.
I'm excited to see it though. I'm excited to see my parts.
Dude, how many episodes are they doing? Do you know?
I think like six
episodes. Okay,
6 or
standard.
8.
How many minutes? Like 10.
I don't know about that. Maybe 20.
I would assume it's probably like 10 to 15 minute episodes, 6 parts.
Something like that. Yeah.
That sounds standard.
He hasn't really told us much outside of what we helped on.
Hey, my 20 seconds of on screen time.
Fire.
I smell an Emmy.
Yeah.
At least a Webby Award.
Best guest appearance.
For sure. I mean, we're gonna
win a Streamy.
We have won awards.
That's
for
true.
His films.
Yeah, his films have won awards. Like in
anything the
film
average
festivals.
person would know.
No. Oh yeah, and far beyond.
Well, maybe locally.
We even had one in Florida, but it got canceled.
Hey, well, you know what?
We still won it. But the event got canceled. Yeah.
Look, when I was in 5th grade, I got an award for best cafeteria worker. She won that.
You were the coolest guy at that school at that point, and then the next day happened.
Yeah, no. I went to a school. I went to a school for nerds, and I got made fun of.
Good, as you should.
By the teachers.
Yes.
I'm not even kidding.
I believe
I don't know how.
I'm glad you're still here.
I'm not, but my kid probably will
talk
be.
About that.
If I'm not my father, my kid will be happy I'm here.
Good.
I think you're gonna do good. And I'll be a good uncle.
Okay. Superman does good. We do well.
Oh, shut up.
We do better. But anyway, so we're transitioning. We're wrapping up, Matt.
We're wrapping up?
We're wrapping up a little bit. Unless you had... So anyway.
Let's wrap it out.
Should we end all of our podcasts with freestyles?
So usually what I ask every guest is that if there's like one piece of advice you want to give anybody that's going through a hurdle, what would your piece of advice be? You can do it in a rap. You can do it straight out.
Didn't me and Gio talk about this, how we kind of don't want to do that anymore?
When that's happened?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
If I had any piece of advice, it would be don't buy into anything just because you need a group. It's very common for people to... I mean, it's just part of what makes us human. You know, people get involved in sports or whatever. They identify with a team because they need something bigger than themselves to feel happy. So when their team loses, they're crushed. When they win, they feel accomplishment, even though either way, they've done nothing. They had no involvement. And people get attached to like political parties or whatever associations. And when that's doing well, they feel good. When that's doing bad, they feel bad. But that's not how you should live life. You should live yourself, be an individual, and do things that are good on your own, and then feel good about that. Don't wait on other people to make you feel good just because you think you have some sort of tangential association with them. That's disgusting. Be a person.
Very existential, man.
It's a big word, too.
Which one?
One of them.
Existential.
Oh. Anyway.
No, I like that answer. That was definitely one of the more
I kind of have a brain that works.
Oh my god. Hey, let's not.
I'm glad.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of the podcast.
If you stared at the screen the entire time, you're kind of a freak. But if you just listened, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's an audio-only podcast. But thank you guys for watching. All links of our social medias will be in the description. Matt doesn't really have any social medias that he wants to promote, but subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/thedudes. And we'll catch you next time. Gio will hopefully be here.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Yeah.
Before we go, hold on.
Okay.
This is a certified hood classic.
Hey. All right. Catch y'all later.